comes round, you better run for cover, or he's gonna keep you up all night. He's gonna take you out and get you lit and call you brother. You're in a playtime and a fight. He'll leave you knocked down, sitting crying for your mother. And when you're on the ground, he'll pick you up and say, have another boy. You better run for cover when Willie comes around. When Willie comes by, better hide your money, or he's gonna take you for a ride. You'll have to spend it all.
What's going on, everyone? RG here, and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 Speedrun on the channel, people. Hope you're all doing amazing, and today we're making a white milking farm. No, I cannot say that. Wait, no. Dairy farm. I'm talking about a dairy farm, very clean, modern dairy farm. You with all of your dirty mind. No, we are making a dairy farm, and to be honest, this is something that I wanted to do for a long time now. And with the basically the cottage living, right, with that we actually got the option to do it, so I said why not to give it a try. Now you're gonna be so happy to hear that this is gonna be on a 50 by 50 lot, which means that you don't need a big giant 64 by 64 lot. I know that many of you actually asked for me in the past couple of builds to not to build on 64 by 64. I even got some DMs of people asking if it's possible not to build on a 64 by 64, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So let's give it a try, and right now this is what we're gonna do. And I think it's actually a good time to actually start by talking about the size of it, location, how to play it, because it is kind of complicated to play this lot, and I want you actually to be able to do that, and I'm going to tell you how to do that while we are creating it. And so yeah, so let's dive in. As I said and stated, this build is 50 by 50 lot, and I built it originally in Ravenwood, which is the map from Life and Death. And I specifically placed it on Whispering Glen, which is very close to my previous build that I shared with you last week. Maybe you from time to time might be able even to have a glance on it on the left side, which was the zoo that I built. People, you love that. You just love that zoo. The comments, the love, the sharing, your thoughts about it, that was just so awesome. If you missed it, go and check it on my channel. But this build, as I said, 50 by 50 on Whispering Glen in Ravenwood. Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Right now we are making the stable, not stable, how it called, like cow house. And you're gonna see how I actually found a solution to put all of the cows inside of it, because there is a little bit of a problem, if you're asking me, with the expansion of cottage living. Because in the cottage living expansion pack, when you want to raise cows inside of it, inside of the cow's shed or llama shed or whatever, you can only have one cow in one shed, right? If you have some experience with the pack, you definitely know that. Now that is a big problem, because I wanted actually to make a big house for all the cows to hang out together, maybe have some cowy friend with them, while you can attend all of them in one space. And I wanted to create some illusion of a big cow house. That was a little bit tricky because of the fact that you can have only one cow on each shed. So what I actually did was to scale down all of the cow sheds into a small size, and that way basically creating illusion that there are more than one cow in that big giant cow house, right? Now the thing is that there is only a certain amount of scale down that you can do without any other helpers, let's call it like that, any other method of helping. So I had to use the tool mod in order to scale down the cow sheds from cottage living to a small size enough shed that it's almost impossible to see them on the ground. Now what I did also is to let's say it like that, I scaled them down and I crossed them one with another, so the cows can be walking one next to another, and even though they're like one next to another, it's still gonna feel like they are separated. However, from time to time there might be a problem with them, because they might collide, because the game does not recognize the fact that they are separated, right? He thinks that the cows are together at the same spot, so they're kind of glitching into one another. So if you do gonna have some problems with that, just for you to know, you just need to wait for them to walk away. This is something that can happen if you're gonna play the lot. You're gonna see that actually in a bit, basically what I did over there, because I did not put the cow sheds, the individual cow sheds from cottage living, one on top of another. I placed one and then took the other one, rotated it around 90 degrees, 180, so they will not walk the same pattern. So they will not be glitching one to another 100% of the time. Just from time to time, they might gonna cross one another and look a little bit weird, like a plus sign of cows. So if you're gonna try to attend them with your Sims to do something, you might gonna get the animation of I cannot reach, you know, that stupid animation. It's a very annoying one. But this is a small price to pay in order to actually put all the cows together in one big shed. So you just need to wait for the cows to move. And once they are moving, you can attend each one of them. And don't worry, I play tested that and I managed to walk to all of the cows to do whatever I need to do, whether it's like feeding them, clean them, talk to them, or whatever you want to do to them. But in a bit, you're gonna see that, and we're gonna talk about that maybe a little bit more later, just to point that out. But for those who are still a little bit wondering what type of build is gonna be and what it's gonna cost and how to play it and go on, let's dive into that. And if I'm gonna want to point something out from the build itself, I'm gonna do a small break from explaining that, and I'm just gonna point that out. Anyway, this build is gonna cost you as much as 120,000 simoleons, and the type of it's gonna be a retail shop type of a build. So just make sure, first of all, I gotta say that again, I'm saying that almost on all of my builds because I see those notifications on the gallery that some people saying that they cannot download the stuff. Always make sure that you're downloading my creations from the lot that you want to place it on and not from the world management, because it sometimes breaks the game. That is a problem in the game and not problem in your PC or your console or whatever. And furthermore, you always need to make sure that you have all the move object cheat codes and live edit and debug stuff activated. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the build as you see it right here. So I just had to quickly point that out while you see me creating a line going to the back stable, let's go like that, where the hay is gonna be. But talking about the build, 120,000 simoleons for you to own, and it's gonna be a retail shop. Now, I do not recommend for you to actually have that as the first shop for your Sims to own, because this is actually extremely hard shop to play. If you're up for a challenge, that's definitely a thing that you want to get for your Sims. And right now you can see exactly what I did when I said to you that I kind of line those cows sheds together and scale them down, then use the 2 mode in order to scale them even a little bit more. Now, as you can see, they are extremely tiny and you can reach them, but you need to scroll into the build to see them. But once you are kind of remembering where they are, you don't need to look further much for them. What I did over here is to actually place a bit of hay underneath each one of those, just so you know where they are. I do believe that actually at the end of the process of the build, I kind of remove them, but that's something that you can put again. You can place a tiny piece of hay underneath each one of them, and that way you can actually notice them quite easily. I removed them because I didn't want them to be shown in the cinematics that I did for the build, so I removed them. But you can put them back again, so you will be you're gonna have much easier time to actually notice where are those sheds, so you can go and take care of those sheds if you need to clean them, fill them with food, and etc, etc. So that's just a point out that I want to let you know. And as you can see, you basically have 10 cows in one space using that method. So what do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as I said, fully functional, fully attendable. Just make sure that, as you can see, those 2 cows over there that are kind of crossing, that's where you're gonna get the animation of the Sims cannot reach. Just let the cows move. They will move eventually. It's gonna take a couple of seconds, and then you can attend each one of those cows. So it's all about timing, okay? But going back to the previous topic that I was referring to, how to play this build the best way. And as I said, it is going to be a challenge. And for those who are up for the challenge, this retail shop definitely going to check your qualities of playing as a retail shop business owner or how you're gonna describe that. And I'm gonna explain to you right now why. The main reason for that is because there are so many cows and you have so many things to do and attend to while running the shop. If you're playing with only one sim, that is gonna be extremely hard. As the one who actually did the playtesting of this build, it took a long time for me to actually do all the stuff and manage to run the shop on one hand, and on the other hand to attend the needs of all the cows. Now, if you don't know or not familiar with how cows working in the game, now I'm not pretending even to be an expert of how to play the cows mechanism in the game, but if you're not familiar with the cows, you need to clean them. You need to clean the sheds, which are two different stuff, by the way. You need to give them treats, you need to give them attention, you need to basically, did I say clean the sheds? I think I did. And if you're not doing all of that, their mood and basically happiness level is dropping. And if their happiness level dropping too much, the cows eventually, I do believe, leaving your estate. So you definitely don't want to let them or not to neglect them, let's say like that. And when you have 10 cows, that is a lot. And I gotta tell you, I was playing this when I was playtesting it and filming the intro and the extra of the video. I was playtesting that with only one Sims. Highly not recommended. I would say that if you want to own this milk farm, I would suggest to play this with at least 2 to 3 Sims. Now hear me out why. If you're playing this as a retail shop, which by the way, you have another way to sell your stuff over here, and you're gonna see that in a bit. I'm gonna do a quick mentioning once we're gonna reach that point. But if you're playing it as the traditional retail shop lot type, right? So you have the milk. Once you got the milk from the cows, you're gonna have them in refrigerators at display. You're gonna put them for sale, and then Sims will come over. They will want to buy the milk. You're gonna need to persuade them, and then you're gonna basically close the deal or seal the deal with them using the tablet, and you're gonna sell them the milk with the profit of up to 100% value, right? Now, each bottle of milk, by the way, if you don't know, it's around 20, I think 22 simoleons. With 100%, you're getting 44 per bottle. One cow gives you 6 bottles. 10 cows will give you 60 bottles. Yes, if you're playing that thing with one Sims, you're gonna need to clean the cows, feed the cows, milk the cows, clean the sheds, fill the sheds, go to the retail store, put the stuff, talk to the people who wants to actually buy your milk, close the deals, and all of that you need to do in one day of sailing, right? That is way too much stuff to do if you're playing it on your own. So what you can do is either play this with more than one Sims, or you can hire the employee from the section of the retail menu to help you do most of the job while you attending some other stuff. This is actually what I would recommend for you. Definitely get yourself someone who can close the deal, answer the questions of the people who are coming over to buy the milk, and you might only need to do the ring up customer and close up the deal and get the money. When I was working with that method, actually I managed to sell more than 10 bottles a day, which gives you a clean profit of around 220 to 400, 440, depends on how much money you basically spending. And you're not really spending other than on the employee, because you don't need to restock the milk, you just need to milk again the cows, right? So this is a bit different types of retail shop that I've created, because most of the time you need to just restock stuff at the shops that I'm creating for you, right? But this one you just need to remilk, let's go like that, your cows. By the way, right now you can see how I'm restoring a old tractor. I did it because I wanted to have a tractor that is like pulling the hay around for the cows. So I did that. Let me know if you want me to actually upload this truck to the gallery. It's actually gonna look like a little bit more modern truck than the old truck that it used to be. I also think that this truck is from the debug section of College Living. Not quite sure about it, but I do believe it is. Wait, where was I? Oh, explaining how to play that. So as I said, I highly recommend for you people to play this lot with more than one Sims because of the stuff that you have to do over here. Another thing that you can do if you want, it's just gonna feel a little bit more empty, is to take down some of the cow sheds inside of the big cow house that I created over there, which will lower the pressure of how much stuff that you need to do with your Sims when you need to attend the cows, to clean everything and set everything for the shop. But definitely that's gonna lower a little bit the fullness, let's call it like that, of the big cow house. So let me know, are you gonna try to play it like in a more challenging way with only one Sims, or maybe you want to have a family that taking over that milk farm and basically running it over? If you're playing more than one Sims, it's definitely much easier because, as I said, one can attend the cows, the other one can work on the on answering questions for the people who want to buy the milk, and the other one can ring up the bells. Ring up the customer and basically do the sale. Now, remember that when I told you that there is another way to make money on this lot by basically selling the milk in a different way? So this right here is what I call, or let's call it, refer it to the milk festival section or area, which is where you can sell your milk in not the traditional way of the retail shop. You can just sell it as a yard sale or type of yard sale, right? Now, I'm not quite sure how long the milk will be able to be preserved in that way, because one milk, when you're milking it, can be in your inventory up to 1 full day. I believe it's 1 full day, but in a refrigerator it can be up to 20 days, I think. But I'm not sure that the yard sale table counts as a refrigerator. Now, another thing that you notice that I placed over here are the brand new milk cartridges. Yes, this is another milk that you can sell. Each one of those cartridges from the latest event is around 75 simoleons. So if you're selling it on this table, which you can get 300% value, which means that you basically can get each one of those cartridges to be sold for around 200 and something, right? Simoleons. 210, I believe, 220, something like that. And the milk bottles that you milk from your cows, you definitely can sell around 60, I think, right? 60 or 80, something like that. So if you don't want to play it as a retail shop, traditional retail shop, and do the whole process of convincing your visitor to buy the milk, that way you can sell it in the milk festival area, in the table over there, for even higher profit. It's just less challenging, let's say it like that, but you can do that. Now, I do believe that you're gonna need to sell your milk much faster, so maybe don't stock completely the table when you do that, and just keep some of the milk in the refrigerators. So just take that in count when you playing this retail shop, how you want to do the sales. Now, right now we are actually in the store itself. It's gonna be completely white, with some nice decoration and decorative areas. Now, there is no living court in it because I wanted it to be complete farm, okay, dairy farm. You need to go to the farm, you need to leave the farm, you need to maintain it. It's not like with livable areas. If you want to add like a basement area or something like that, be my guest. But in this specific build, I know that most of the time I'm adding like living areas or another apartment, but this one I really wanted to feel and look only like business. So there is no livable area over here, but feel free to just add if you want. Now, there are gonna be a lot of display refrigerators over here. So just for you to know that if you want, I do believe that you can also cook, right? And create some recipes and dishes with the milk that you yourself milked from the cows. So if you want and feel like it, you can also basically sell like dairy products that you created and crafted, right? So you're gonna have so many space over here to actually put them on sale. This can be extremely profitable business to run. And you know what, just going back a little bit to why there is no also a living area over here, I just wanted to lower the cost of it. And after all, 120,000 simoleons is not expensive thing. If I would have added another living area, it probably would reach around 150, 160, which we're starting to go into more expensive area, like lots to purchase and buy. But definitely, I think that you can get back the money, 120,000 simoleons, with this build quite fast. Now, why I'm saying that? It's quite simple. If you do the simple math of how much money you can make on this build, just do it. If you even just sell normal milk, okay, you have 10 cows over here, that's 60 cows every time that you're milking all of them. only by selling them in the normal way and not even in the yard sale table, which can give you 300% profit. Even if you're selling them in the traditional way, that's around 2,600 simoleons for all of the 60 bottles. But by the time you're gonna sell all of those 60 bottles, you're already gonna have more bottles from milking more cows. So that actually can be extremely profitable business to run. It is going to be challenging to be able to do everything by attending the cows and take care of them and make sure that they're not running away from you, but it's high risk. Let's call it, it's going to be a high risk, high reward, and extremely fun type of build to run as a building or a business in the Sims 4 game, in my opinion. Let me know, what do you think about it? And by the way, with the upcoming businesses and hobby expansion pack, that build is gonna be actually even more fun. And hear me out why. Do you remember that you can basically add fees for entering your business in the upcoming expansion pack? So imagine that this build gonna have also a organized tours that you can basically ask people to pay fee to enter your farm and look around, maybe have a look at the cows, like hearing explanation of the process. Of course, this is all about the lure behind this build, right? So you can, with the brand new expansion pack that are going to be out, add that machine at the entrance of that build to ask Sims to basically pay fees to enter your place. And then, of course, they can also come out with some fresh dairy that you and your Sims created together. And that's definitely going to be an extremely fun business to run with the new expansion pack. I'm really curious to know how it's going to run over there, but I have high hopes. Now, I think this is a great time to remind you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more builds just like this. And if you want to get this build, just go to my gallery, RGeetect, and get yourself a milk farm. So you got yourself a milk farm, and now you think you can conquer the world by owning a bank? Why don't you get one? Because I built one in The Sims 4 without CC, without mods, completely functional, right here. Until the next time, keep that Sims party going for me. RG out.